Okay, finally getting back to this after what has been like a week. So, as I recall, my initial force was, as I understood it, a meeting engagement, so I made a dash for the objective. Just barely got into position ahead of the Italians, and then got burned out of it by their flame tanks. And I decided I'd come to a good stopping point once my reinforcements had arrived. So, I need to figure out how to deploy these reinforcements. It's the main thing I'm looking for. Anti-tank assets. I have 1, 2, 3 these truck-mounted 40mm anti-tank guns, which I'm guessing I'll have to have the truck angled to the side or rear of its target, back into the enemy. And I got 1 towed artillery piece, technically not an anti-tank gun, but I'm going to use it as an anti-tank gun today. And it has armor-piercing ammunition. 25-pounder howitzer. Oh, and is that one of the anti-tank rifles I had before, or is that new? I think that's new. Did I have any anti-tank rifles before? I don't think I had any anti-tank rifles before. Mortars. I have a couple of mortars, 2-inch. Probably not gonna keep them in the rear and call on them by radio. I think I'll depend on direct line of sight to use them. Infantry. I have, well, a bunch of squads, but that adds up to, we've got 1, 2, 3, or 4 platoons here. But, yeesh, I really need to, these platoons are very disorganized. Okay. So the main thing, main enemy threat is those flame tanks. Those are what really screwed me earlier, so I need to deal with those flame tanks as ideally from as far away as possible. So this looks like high ground. Might be a good firing point. It even looks straight down the road. So somewhere over here, I think, would be a good spot for my most powerful asset, the 25-pounder howitzer. The only issue with the 25-pounder howitzer is it's a towed gun, and as such, not instantly ready for action once it's done moving. Needs time to set up. So if I just drag it straight over onto the best bit of ground and order it to set up, the enemy might shoot it up before it finishes setting up. So getting it into position here should not be the first thing I do, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, what am I going to do with these armored cars? These armored cars are armed with machine guns, so they're not really going to do any good against the flame tanks. Once I take out the flame tanks, I can turn to reoccupying the town and dealing with the enemy infantry. Until the flame tanks are dead, they are my only priority. Okay, so these trucks here are my most sort of agile anti-tank asset. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. They are definitely vulnerable to getting burnt. These are plain old unarmored trucks. So what am I going to do with them? There's a ridge here. Overlooks the town where the enemy is. One issue is it is a little close to the town, and I don't want to get anywhere near those flame tanks. But I think there are covered approaches to the ridge. Yeah, this looks like a bit of a groove in the terrain that I should be able to safely approach the ridge without any risk of dipping up to where the enemy could see me, so stick to the low ground here, line up behind the ridge, then all crest the ridge at the same time. It's one approach I could take. What other options do I have? I could double down on this hill over here. Say bring up all three of the trucks. The truck-mounted AT guns. Say drive them over here, line them up just behind the hill, and then have them reverse back so that the anti-tank guns are pointed towards the enemy until they spot the enemy tanks, and then flank up the enemy tanks until they're gone. Also cover the 25-pounder as it gets set up. Yeah, that could work. Like, this ridge here does provide perfect linear cover for, you know, for an advance, but it is... Like, it would be great if it was directly in front of the town, except it's off to the side, and it's a little too close. I don't want to get that close until the flame tanks are gone, dealt with. But then, yeah, lining up infantry behind them to charge into the town. Now, cresting a ridge is not good for infantry health, I don't think. Yeah, the infantry can line up here, go into the town, and start taking buildings one by one. I'm thinking I've got 4 platoons, so the obvious thing to do would be to adopt a square formation, 2 platoons up, 2 platoons back. They could maybe bound over each other, keeping that formation. I do need to organize these platoons a little bit before I can really make effective use of them. This platoon has a squad way over here. I mean, that's no good. And where's the rest of this platoon? Okay, this platoon is scattered all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to need to spend a turn or two just organizing my infantry before I can really make use of them. Which is a little annoying. It would be nice if, yeah, I don't have a setup zone anymore because the mission's already started. But I suppose it's not unrealistic for infantry to arrive unorganized, disorganized, and needing to reorganize a bit. Okay, so I think I have my plan. All 4 trucks, the 3 truck-mounted AT guns and the truck-towed artillery piece, will line up behind the ridge, or behind this hill, say right here-ish. The 3 truck-mounted AT guns will back into position first and cover the towed 25-pounder howitzer as it gets set up on the edge of the ridge here. Once that's set up, while all that's happening, I'll probably wait a turn on the infantry organization, give the vehicles a chance to get by. So give the vehicles their orders first, leaving the infantry without orders for the first turn. Then the next turn I'll spend organizing the infantry. 2 platoons up, 2 platoons back, and push them just shy of this house. That'll be, yeah, just shy of this house. They, like, right here-ish will be their start line, where they'll hold until the flame tanks are dead. And the armored cars will stick with the infantry. They'll cover the infantry advance. Okay. Yeah, I have my plan. Let's execute. Okay. I guess I'm kind of looking for the equivalent of a quick move order. Alright. Oh, alright, I shouldn't have left-clicked. Okay, probably need to move this way around the house, and where's that hill? Yep, yep. Here. Okay, and because I need to be facing towards this edge of the map so we can back into position here. Okay, that's a pause of 54 seconds, unfortunately. So can I do this with fewer move orders? You know, I think I can. Yeah, we've got that orders delay to account for with legacy combat missions, so can I think I can do this in just 3 orders. No. I keep losing where the hill is. It's these rocks right here, just to the right of it. Okay. There we go. Where did I put this one? This... Okay, you need to be a little bit further over so that you guys aren't overlapping. Just a little bit further. Alright, this one I may have to give a couple additional orders just to weave around the armored cars. I don't intend to give any orders just yet. Okay. Alright, that's a pause of 52 seconds. So now this guy... Actually... You'll delay essentially until next turn. You know, and I think I will start organizing the infantry. So this platoon has a squad over here. It needs to come on back and join his platoon. Oh, but of course I also want to get 2 up, 1 back formation going. Okay, so that'll link over here. Oh, we have another anti-tank rifle. I think the anti-tank rifles... What do I want to do with the anti-tank rifles? I have 3 anti-tank rifles. That guy, this guy, and this guy. Well, okay. It's actually 2 personnel. It's an anti-tank rifle team that I'm tricked into thinking is a single guy by the fact that each team is represented by a single pixel, by a single model. I was gonna say pixel troopin', but both members of the team are pixel troopin'. Okay, so this guy here is actually 2 guys. We have a 2-man team operating an anti-tank rifle. Okay, that's Bren. Okay, 3 anti-tank rifles. I could just keep them with the infantry and use them to provide anti-tank support. I could, say, put them on this ridge here. They don't need to move up with the infantry, just as long as they're, they can, provide anti-armor support. So once the I'll keep them behind this ridge. Once the infantry start moving forward, they'll move up onto the ridge and start plinking away at any tanks that give the infantry trouble. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Which does mean I'm gonna get you off of there for now. Okay, and start moving the other AT riflemen behind the ridge here. Giving them just move orders because that AT rifle is heavy. Okay. Right, the reason I got distracted thinking about the AT rifles is because this platoon commander has a link over here. I was just trying to figure out where that was going to. But okay. Okay, so let's get this squad organized. So I'm going for two up, 2 back. So the platoon over here is going to be one of the ones back, so this one is going to be one of the ones up. Here's your 3rd squad. Or 3rd section, sorry. We're British here today. The British have sections, not squads. Alright, that platoon looks like... Oh, okay, I was going to say this platoon was already together, but nope. Okay. One more member over here. Okay, so this is going to be the 2nd one back. And where was the 4th one? Alright, this platoon is actually already mostly together. I will consolidate a little bit. Oh, wait, hang on. Which platoon are you a part of? Okay, you are properly a part of this platoon. You're only showing up under this guy's command because you're in proximity to him. Okay. I think. In any case, it won't matter so long as each platoon commander has 3 sections under him. Okay, so that's 2 platoons up, 2 platoons back. We'll wait for the trucks to pass, then I'll start pushing those platoons up to the pass here. Then they'll start we'll take out the tanks, start bounding the platoons over each other. Sections will start occupying houses, and we'll clear out the enemy. Oh yes, and they will do all of this with the support of these armored cars, which I will want to keep back, but close enough to provide fire, but physically behind the lead infantry. these guys here are the survivors of the unfortunate souls that attempted to defend this this town in the last video. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Ready to get part 2 going. I did admittedly put more thought into the anti-tank portion of the plan because those flame tanks scare the friggin' daylights out of me. Oh, right. These guys aren't quite safe just yet. No, there's still 5 of them. 4 riflemen and a Bren. Oh, I should have ordered them to run away. No, don't. No, you're crawling into more danger. Back! The other way! You're retreating the wrong direction! I don't think you can put effective fire from... Oh god, get out of there! Yes, yes, get back behind... There you go. Alright. The truck's moving yet? There we go. That one's moving. Oh, and the turn's over. Okay, but, Alright, are we better organized now? Yes, that platoon's together, this platoon's together. Right, this is the platoon here, that platoon's together. And... Wait, hang on, weren't there more squads, or more sections than this platoon before? No, that's the company HQ. Where's the platoon HQ? Was there a platoon HQ? Was I just sort of fooling myself that there were... Okay, okay, there's only 3 platoons, so you do go with this platoon here. Okay, so then... That restricts me to a more triangular formation. I think the default is 1 up, 2 back until contact is made, or 2 up, 1 back. Because, you know, we already know roughly where the enemy is, so 2 up, 1 back keeps reserve force. 1 up, 2 back makes contact with the smallest force. And all 3 forward on line puts the most firepower forward. Yeah, okay, 1 platoon there. Okay, who are you? You're one of the mortars. Okay. Actually, you know what, I think I will attach a mortar team. I've got 2 mortar teams. Let's attach them each to one of the platoons. Oh, wait, hang on. No, I have 3 mortar teams. 3 mortar teams. Okay, so then attach yourself to this platoon. Yeah, one mortar team per platoon. That works. Alright. I do only have a finite number of turns left, so I need to start making use of them. But I can't move the infantry too far forward until those flame tanks are dealt with. What was my reaction when I first saw them? It was like, ooh, that's a rear tank. Why does it have a trailer on the back? Oh my god, that's not a trailer. That's a friggin' flame tank. It's like a tank. It's a container for, like not you know, tank as in armored combat vehicle, but tank container for liquid. The trailer is like It's a tank full of fuel for flame. That's not so quaint after all. Oh fuck. And they're coming. Okay. Scratch that plan. We don't need to get a good position to fire on them in the town. They're coming to us. Okay. Stop movement towards the hill. That plan is obsolete. Just... yeah. I think I will... you know... get you... it's like... I think I do want you to move up a little bit more to get into a better firing position. So fast move there and there. You... actually, we need to reassess your orders. You can kind of see them from here. Okay, we just need to get you facing the right way. Rotate. Yeah, just rotate you. Okay, and might as well start unlimbering our most powerful asset. Okay. And I think I will disperse my infantry platoons at least. So all of you get over here, and all of you get over here, so the entire company isn't all caught in one big wildfire. Okay. If I accomplish nothing else, if I fail to take the town, but I can knock out these motherfucking flame tanks, I will consider it a victory. An angle. The problem with, truck-mounted AT guns is they may not necessarily have an angle. What's your orders delay? I guess about that. Are you coming? Oh, come on, you can't tease me like that. Just pop over the ridge, making me think that you're gonna come to me, and then back up, making me come to you. What are you doing? Oh, right, I did order you forward a little bit. I only have so many turns here. Either I need to start moving towards you, or you need to come to me. I had this whole plan to go to you, but then you started pushing past this little pass here. So now I'm gonna start... if you're just teasing me, I'm gonna waste precious turns setting up defenses when I should be preparing to go on the attack. Oh, anti-tank rifles. Right. If they're coming here, I need to change what I'm doing with you. This doesn't seem like it's a very good firing position. No, indeed it is not. But this is too close. Okay. Nothing for it. Okay, but this, yeah, this is a little bit better. And there was a third AT rifleman that I need to account for. Where is he? I may not actually have given any further orders beyond dismounting from the truck. So it should be around here somewhere. Yeah, how much did I tell that guy to do? Where is he? I know there was a third AT rifle team around here somewhere. There you are. Alright. You know what? As hasty positions go, that one's not bad. Let's just get you facing the right direction. Alright, are they coming? Should I get you forward up on this ridge? Is this blocking your line of sight at all? There we go. Oh, got a penetration. Didn't kill him though. Side upper hole. Can you see him from there?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I think it's not dead yet, but the number of AT assets that are shooting at it, I think it's doomed. L3/33. Lancia Fiamme. I don't know any Italian, so... You should get forward a little bit further so that you can actually see over that hill. Yeah, not a whole lot further, just a little bit, just over the hill. Just so you have line of sight. An AT rifle is not really the sort of asset I expect to be effective with reverse slope tactics. Really needs a long range line of sight. Okay, but if I'm too afraid to push my infantry forward again in the face of those flame tanks, then my infantry are kind of useless at the moment. They're just kind of sitting there waiting for the flame tanks to go away. No, a flame tank and reverse slope it's just the worst thing ever. Okay. I only have 10 turns left. I need to get the attack going if I'm going to have any hope of actually getting the attack going at all. I think means no fancy tactics. We're just going to have to go straight in from our current positions. Which I think is doable, but how many flame tanks are left? It might just be these two left. Maybe I should have reviewed my previous video for evidence of how many remaining flame tanks there were. But there's at least these two. And advancing... This ridge is definitely within range of that thing's flamethrower, so if I crest over it... And of course, these early war anti-tank assets can never manage to kill a tank in one shot. So it'll almost certainly, even if we get the first shot off, kill whatever crests over the hill before whatever crests over the hill can kill it. So let's try to avoid giving this thing the benefit of a reverse slope engagement. Okay. So, new plan. We're going to shoot at this thing till it's dead. When it's dead, I need to start moving forward. I need to move forward in such a way that I can engage this thing without cresting directly over the hill parallel to it, so I need to get AT assets wide off to the flank, like over here. I'm going to drive one of my trucks over here, maybe. Are these rocks passable or impassable terrain? But yeah, they'll get a shot at a safe enough distance. So yeah, I'll drive one of my trucks, or maybe a couple of my trucks over here. But everyone's going to be going pretty much straight in. There aren't enough turns left for fancy maneuvers. Okay, shoot at that till it's dead. Go straight in with a couple of these trucks driving far off to the right with the goal of getting flank shots on this. Okay, but first... that thing has to die. Alright, we're getting plenty of penetrations. Track. Okay, it's dead. Next turn we move forward. Ooh, and that thing's putting more distance from the slope. Okay. If they keep coming at me, that's going to make it very difficult for me to advance. This thing looks a lot like a Japanese Hago. You see the resemblance, right? I mean, obviously it isn't, because I don't think Hago doesn't have that hull-mounted gun there. But yeah, if the hull-mounted gun wasn't there, that turret bears a resemblance. Okay. Can I push forward with this tank here? Do I trust... You're not getting any shots here. I think I need to bound my AT assets forward. Or backwards. I'm going to be giving these things reverse orders. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't think these things are going to be able to shoot accurately on the move, so I'm going to need to bound them. I have 3 that can bound effectively. This thing here needs to pack up and... Okay, yeah, moving this thing's going to be a whole deal. Embark. Actually, once that's embarked, I might actually go back to Plan A partially and bring that back up to this hill here. This hill here does provide great observation over the town. It would be a shame not to use it. The one slight adjustment is the rest of these trucks aren't going to be following it. Okay, but I need to start moving forward, and I'm going to start that process by bounding one or both of these trucks. Someone was able to put fire. Okay, the anti-tank rifle there was putting fire on him. No. I should bound the anti-tank rifles forward as well. Okay, you join this guy up on this hill here. Okay, and I will bound two of these trucks forward, leaving this one in position. The middle one will stay in position. This one I'm going to bound up to this house. And this one you get a short bound, just right up here. Whereas they get reverse movement orders because, well, I want their guns forward, not the driver forward. Okay. I think I'll start moving the infantry forward as well, just because, well, I need to start moving them forward, or there won't be time to move them forward later. Okay, and there. So that'll put us in a 2 up, 1 back formation there. Which, honestly, those formations are mostly useful for the approach march. Once contact is made, you kind of just adopt whatever configuration you fall into with the moving and, you know, maneuvers, and well, that train of thought just descended into utter garbled muck. Okay. Starting the next turn. Okay. That AT rifle, that shot didn't do a dang thing. But these AT rifles can follow up with shot after shot, so maybe eventually it'll actually accomplish something. Huh, that sounded like a hit, but there was no hit text. Oh dear. Is he shooting at you? Actually, it would be good if he's shooting at you. Because you... yeah, you are a very hard target to hit. You are 2 men lying down in rocky terrain. And of course he's got an early war... well, hang on, that's hull mounted, so it might actually be a larger caliber gun. No, it's still 37mm, which doesn't pack a very large high explosive. So the chances of actually getting a kill shot on you are, I guess, not 0, so, Okay. Anything interesting happen? Okay, just everyone doing exactly what I told them to do. Okay, and these guys are actually not done with their bounds, so I can't start this guy's bound just yet. But the gun is the 25-pounder howitzer is done limbering back up to the truck again, so I can move the truck forward. And okay, right there. From there, the gun will unlimber, and just the crew will push it forward up to about here-ish. It should have excellent observation over any more armor the enemy has. With any luck, I'll be able to just push the infantry straight in after that. Obviously, it won't actually work out like that, because reality is never as good as we dream it might be, but, well, it should still provide an advantage. Okay. And I think I'll start getting these armored cars deployed too. I think, yeah, 3 platoons, 2 armored cars, so I think the natural disposition is an armored car in between each platoon. So, yeah, I'll just move you straight there and give a rotate order. And probably you as well. Probably didn't need a fast move order. But what the heck? It's dry ground, so it's not like you're gonna bog. Right? Yeah, cool, very dry ground. So I would be shocked if any of these vehicles bogged down in it. Yeah, he's panicking. I probably couldn't have changed his mind about where he's going anyway. Oh, reversing is very slow, isn't it? Oh! Anti-tank rifle team just took a casualty. That's unfortunate. I suppose they were going to hit eventually. Need to take that guy out. I don't think any of my plans put any AT assets in a good position to take him out. I think he's covered from this ridge here. Okay, so I need to come up with a plan to take out that tank specifically. Oh, flame tanks are coming up again. Trouble is, I'm not going to flank him from his left, my right. Oh, I suppose maybe it's possible. I'd have to go all the way around here. And yeah, it's possible. But getting that close to a tank with the truck-mounted anti-tank gun. Plus, you know, what if they put infantry in that house? That could shoot up the truck. Better approach might simply be to just sit tight and hope he makes a stupid move like moving forward. Okay, gonna be another turn or two before that guy's in position. I don't think I have any new orders to give right now. Tank is cresting there. I don't think I actually want you. All right, that'll do. I think I want you in this building here. Okay. They're never going to destroy my force by sending up these tanks one or two at a time, but they sure can run out the clock very effectively with that. Okay, that's both flame tanks down. Okay, both flame tanks that I know about down. So I think it's just regular tanks left. So I think I can start pushing the infantry forward now. The infantry with their armored cars. Obviously, the regular tanks still pose a threat, but they're not gonna completely wipe me out. Alright, armored car. Okay, so... Excuse me. So, eyes on 2 more enemy tanks and an armored car. Okay, that's infantry there. I think I knew how to pronounce that at one point. Berzigleri. Basically, kind of specialist. What are they like? Some kind of elite Italian troops. Are they like mountain troops or something? I thought there was some kind of specialist, I thought. Now, I would think all Italian troops would be mountain troops, because they're like their primary like frontiers. Mountains. Okay. They're managing to shoot at that. Alright. Now let's get you forward a little bit more. Okay, there you are. Okay. Now, and... well, the company HQ back there. Okay. So currently, I kind of have the company in a V formation. The platoon's in no formation in particular. I guess this one's in kind of a line. As is this one. This one's in a wedge. Okay. I do still need to take out those tanks. Like, they aren't instant death quite like the flame tanks were, but they are still tanks. My infantry platoons don't have any organic weapons to deal with them. Or I suppose maybe the AT rifles, but I mean, the AT rifles wouldn't do any good at close range, so, or wouldn't do any more good at close range than they would at long range. I do have 3 AT rifle teams. It's possible that they were intended to be attached to the platoons. Any chance we have anti-tank grenades? As far as I can tell, these are all just regular frag grenades. Now with the 2nd gen combat mission engine, it simulates infantry close assault if you can get them close enough. And of course this little hill here provides perfect cover to get very close to that tank. I think I just need to start pushing my infantry forward and have faith that by the time I'm close enough to the enemy positions for those tanks to be a problem, my AT assets will have dealt with them. Because otherwise, if I wait until those tanks are dealt with before I push forward, I'm going to run out of time on the clock. I only have 6 turns left. Well, plus a little bit of variable extra time, which isn't a guarantee. Okay. As much as possible, I want to get as close as possible while not running afoul of that tank. So, covered approaches might be relatively safe over there, although I'm not sure. AT rifle. Okay, you... Huh. You are still a long way from that hill. Did you make any progress at all last turn? Or... How many turns has this guy been moving towards that hill? Push this center platoon forward a little bit. Again, just kind of because I need to move forward. Alright, and with these 2 trucks in position, it's time to bound this one forward a little bit. And we'll bound it to... Oh, about here. I'm just going straight in. These 2 on the sides will need to come up with flanking shots on that tank. If that tank doesn't voluntarily expose itself before then. Oh yeah, that truck is moving very slow on this terrain. Yeah. Oh, that is painfully slow. Might as well just get out and push. Oh. Their infantry are shooting at this truck, I think. Okay, so this truck needs to get out of there. Or need to get the infantry forward to protect it. This guy right here. He's what's been... Oh, hang on, the fire was coming from a couple of directions, so this guy is one of them. One of the groups of infantry that has been causing problems. The other group, or at least, yeah, how many directions were we taking fire from? That one, and one over here. Now that's outgoing from this. Okay, so I think it's just... Oh, hang on. Okay, he's firing not at the AT truck. No, he is firing at the AT truck. We just switched fire to the Bren carrier. Oh good, that tank is retreating. Alright. Okay. 5 minutes. Gotta take up the town in 5 minutes. That's an impossible task. Or it would be considered basically an impossible task in real life for sure. Alright, well, let's at least get everyone here online. Alright. We'll push forward. Oh, that platoon's not done moving yet. Okay. I think mortar I want a little back from the rest of the platoon. Center and to the rear of the rest of the platoon. So yeah, that'll be about perfect. This platoon is still moving up. In fact, it's got a long way to go. Oh, I should have bounded these guns forward a little bit more. Oh yes, I need to remember to push my armored cars forward. Part of their job is to support the infantry in their advance. Oh, hey. Oh, they just took a couple of casualties. We are clearly getting close enough to the enemy that I need to start moving more cautiously. Yeah, I have just kind of been giving my infantry fairly blind, just push forward as fast as possible commands. Ooh. Penetration from that far out? What are we shooting at here? Any light tank? These two AT rifles here. Did they get any additional hits in? Okay. That means the tanks are putting some distance between themselves and the town. So my infantry might have... Okay. Okay, the first shot was a good one. Oh, okay. Third shot was good too. From 360 meters. That's a pretty significant range at this point in time. I don't really trust my anti-tank weapons to hit the broadside of a barn past 500 meters in the early World War II. Okay. Armored cars. Right. Get these armored cars forward where they can support the infantry more effectively. And until they get into the houses, terrain while rolling is open. Alright. Dash forward just a little bit further, and we'll start having some houses to take cover in. broken. Really? I don't think I have time to retake the objective. I really don't think I have enough time. And most of this platoon is... Alright, any luck, these AT rifles... Oh, and this AT gun. Okay, yeah, I should have moved that truck out of danger a long time ago. Alright. Alright. You able to get some shots off at least? No. I immediately... Okay, but we see now... I think we have a pretty complete picture of the remaining enemy armor now. So we got 1, 2... I think just 2 more... 3 enemy tanks left. And 4 armored cars. Wait, hang on. What are these things? Tankettes. 2 tankettes. So, 4 light tanks. Or, no, 3 light tanks. 4 armored cars and 2 tankettes. So altogether, that is 9 pieces of light armor opposing me right now. I don't think I have the firepower to retake this town, even if I had the time. Well, okay, actually I probably do have the firepower, or would, if only I had the time. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get this truck up on that ridge. Oh, bugger. That's not ideal. Yeah, definitely not getting that truck up on that ridge. If I could get that gun up on this hill here, that might just provide the firepower to clear out the enemy armor. Yeah, a single well-placed howitzer there, I think could basically make this town a very unhealthy place for any enemy armor. I think it would be either kill all the enemy tanks or force them to withdraw, leaving the infantry much easier to deal with. But I think there's enough small arms fire coming in that is going to prevent my truck from being able to get over to the hill in the first place, even if there was enough time left to get to the hill. I think I'm going to lose this battle. My feeling is I'm going to lose this battle. So, if I can't win, I have 3 minutes left. Can I at the very least take 1 more goddamn tank with me? The answer is yes, I already have. I've taken out this light tank. That's good. Can I take 1 more enemy tank with me? Or armored car? 1 more piece of light armor. Alright, attempting to push my infantry squad or platoons forward is resulting in them getting pinned down. Oh, and they got pinned down here too. I think part of that is I'm not being very intelligent, and of course this machine gun's out on those tanks, looking straight down the road. So that was probably never going to work out. I could just, I don't know, anyone I get into the first house is going to be under fire from everyone. You know, I think the sensible option is retreat. I'm not gonna retreat, I'm gonna let the clock run out before I actually retreat. But if this was a real world situation, I think I'd be ordering a retreat. I would be coming to the conclusion that I can't take this town with the forces available. I can prevent the enemy from advancing any further. I could set up positions along here. I have enough anti-tank assets to keep the enemy tanks from moving forward. My infantry could take up positions in these houses here. Maybe dig some foxholes or something. Some small trenches. Yeah, we would be able to take up position here to prevent the enemy from getting any further down this road. But I would be calling off any further attempts to take the town. I think I will go that far. I'm calling off any further attempts to take the town. But there's the mortar. Yeah, I've still got this mortar here. Might as well, if you can. Oh, I need to go onto the forums and figure out how to have indirect. Yeah, I know there's a way for this mortar to take directions from this HQ team, who's a little bit higher on the ridge and so can see further. Better visibility. How do I do it? Yeah, okay. We'll mortar what we can. You guys should retreat. You're broken. I can't give you any orders at all. Okay, well, hopefully you guys figure out that you should retreat. You... Okay, I think you're in a safer position. You guys are really too exposed. You guys, I think, are pretty safe for now. Okay, where's your mortar team? Okay, but you don't have... I don't think I can do anything useful with that mortar team because it doesn't have contact with anyone with any visibility. Okay. I got the AT rifles. That might take out that tank. Well, I'm losing a battle to the Italians. I have brought shame on my family. And 1,000 generations hence. No offense to any Italians. I mean, the Italian army in World War II doesn't have the best reputation performance-wise. They did manage to win the particular campaign that I'm playing right now, you know, East Africa. Yeah, so managing to lose to them in East Africa maybe isn't quite so shameful as losing to them in, say, North Africa. Okay, yeah, that thing is at like a 45-degree angle, which is probably providing it pretty excellent protection against my AT rifles. Oh, you are receiving fire from way too many directions. So we are gonna have you get out of there. Definitely move a lot faster going along the road. And you are, but you're not really doing any good over there. Any chance you can get up onto this ridge before the timer runs out? Because the AT rifles up on this ridge seem to be doing the most good here, on this little hill. Yeah, despite the anemic post-penetration effects of these AT rifles, they have actually managed to knock out a few enemy vehicles. Alright. Try to safeguard my forces as best I can, do what further damage I can, and run out the clock. With any luck, we can take out this tank at least. God damn. Just not having any luck. It's short range, 180 meters. It's not long range for an anti-tank rifle. It's just... I think it's the angle. The tank there is sitting at like a 45-degree angle. So even if that is relatively thin armor, only 15 millimeters maybe, 15 millimeters at a 45-degree angle, I don't know the formula, but that's got to be north of like 20 millimeters, which is, I think, about the edge of what these things can really penetrate, what these things can get through. I don't think these things can get through a whole lot, like they can't really get through a whole lot of armor in the first place. Like, I think I've seen them, some of the tanks they've taken out. This one over here, it's the same model tank. I think they were able to penetrate the armor because it was just at a more favorable angle. I think they're not getting through this one, I think, because of the angle. Okay, now you're still not under my control, but at least you're not in any further danger. Okay. Those guys have run away. Good. Oh, I am not looking forward to seeing the casualties at the end of the battle, because I lost whole squads in these buildings here that are currently on fire. There used to be squads of British infantry in there that were just completely burnt out by the enemy flame tanks. So if I am experiencing a certain amount of joy at the death of these flame tanks, that's why. But I'm betting I do not have a particularly pretty looking loss exchange ratio. I've been able to take out some of their armor, but I don't think I've inflicted a lot of personnel losses. Yeah, these AT rifles are doing nothing.
Enemy unit fire.
Come on, turn, present a more favorable angle. He's not going to turn. Right. Have at least this turn left. I don't think I have any further orders to give, so there's just no more planning. No fresh strategies that'll save me. I think someone on my side is firing a machine gun. This guy. Why are you firing your machine gun at an enemy tank? Are you firing it at... Hey, that tank gets knocked out. Was it knocked out before? Okay. Got all 3 AT rifles lined up on this hill here. Best concentration of armor-penetrating firepower I can get here. Just bouncing off. I just saw that just glanced right off. Oh, I was hoping for the mercy of the game just ending right there. Come on, at least. The gun. Maybe we disabled it. I wonder how common this site was in early World War II when AT rifles are still in use. Just a whole row of AT rifles just lined up, plinking away at enemy armor. Really are just plinking away. .9mm. That's, yeah, that's a large caliber round for like a rifle for a small arm, but it's pretty puny for armor piercing assets. It's like it's no wonder that we gave up anti-tank rifles for bazooka-style sort of tube-launched heat warheads. Of course, those have much shorter range, but they can punch through a whole lot more armor and have a lot better post-penetration effect. Hey, he's moving. It's not presenting a better angle, though. Any of us still have a shot? No. No one still has a shot. Okay. Just run out the clock. There's nothing further I can do. I don't think there's anything further I can do. Can be really annoyed with myself if I think of something further I could have done. Shot. Alright. There we go. Okay. Yikes. Italians took 18 casualties, I took 47 casualties. They took 5 men KIA, I took 11 men KIA. You know, at least the casualties were relatively light on both sides. Actually, you know, in terms... Obviously, they came off better in personnel losses. Look just how much they outmatched me in just overall numbers. I guess, okay, we gotta add my casualties to the men okay to get the starting numbers. So, hang on, that is 145 plus 47, so I started with 192. 335 plus 18, they started with 353. So, I was outnumbered about 1.84 to 1. It's a pretty steep overmatch in favor of the Italians. I did manage to knock out 5 tanks, though. It's not bad. Lost 4 vehicles myself, but those are Bren carriers. Those are a little bit cheaper, you know. I lost 2... When did I lose 2 guns? What 2 guns did I... Did I lose 2 of my trucks? Truck-mounted AT guns? Look at the map, see. Oh, damn! Well, that, okay, that one's fine. That one's fine. So, what's the second gun I lost? Okay, that one's fine. And they're not in a great mood at the moment, but they're basically fine. That was when the Bren carriers are lost. That was when the Bren carriers are lost. I think both of these might actually have been flamed out. Okay, we took out that flame tank, that flame tank. Took out one way up here. I thought. No, let's take out that tank, that. Huh. Man, if I had some artillery, that would have been a really juicy target right there. Okay, well, I'll get the Italians back next time. I mean, they're the Italians. I gotta start beating them before too long, right? Okay, okay. Gun damaged on that one. That one's gun damaged. So it's not in peak shape anymore. Alright, alright. I think I'll do better next time. This is definite defeat.